My name is Chris Hoare. I am the son and biographer of the world-famous Mike Hoare, who was the commanding officer of the wild geese in the Congo in 1964 and 1965. They were there to drive out the Simba communist-inspired rebels, and they did so very successfully. This is the book that I wrote, the biography on my father's life. But I'm here really today to introduce you to an interesting character, Dave Burgess, who was in the Congo as a very young man with my father. And he has written a treatment for a film about a character that he loved in the Congo, and he's here to tell you about it. So without further ado, here comes David Burgess.
Good day to you. I'm Dave, that Chris has just introduced you. I was in the Congo with his father in 1964, 65 and 66, that's 60 years ago. I was the youngest mercenary with him. I joined the mercenaries when I was 16, and I did 3 full contacts. Slightly wounded, but I'm okay. What this video is for is when I was there in my final year in 66, myself and my brother, who was older than me, he was also up there with me. We met a very interesting character, and this video isn't about myself or my brother, but it's actually about our friend Chris, who's since deceased. But I've written a synopsis, which I'm actually hoping that somebody in the world who's involved with maybe television or books or the full screen movies would be interested to read my synopsis. Contact me sometime. I will leave my email and see if something can be shown about Chris, because in my opinion Chris is similar to Mother Teresa. He's somebody that the world should know about. This is about a war. War is usually about people dying, seriously injured. But in fact, this is about a person that cared for people. He was our medic, and he cared for people, not only our color, but the people that we were fighting against. And I just hope that a lot of you people would contact me, because I'm, as you can see, a little bit of an old man now, and I would like to see that something could be done before I pass on. And I think that's just about all I have to say, and I'm hoping you people are listening and you are interested. My email address, it's all lowercase, Dave Burgess 1947 @gmail.com. The spelling is DAVE BURGESS 1947 @gmail.com. That's all one word. Thank you.
The Remittance Man. Banished to Africa in 1964 by his upper-class family, a young man becomes embroiled with the mercenaries fighting in the Congo, and his dream of reconciling with his family is threatened. It is England 1964. 19-year-old Chris Blake, a rebellious only child of an upper-class family, wants nothing more than to be an aircraft pilot. His family are dead against this embarrassing choice. Their attempts to coerce him into becoming a barrister are met only with refusal. Thus, they send him away to Salisbury, Rhodesia, promising to pay him a handsome monthly stipend on condition he never returns. He is what was then known as a remittance man. Soon after arrival, he meets brothers Tony and Dave at a boxing match. They hit it off immediately. The brothers tell Chris that they are going on an adventure to the Congo to join Mad Mike Hoare's mercenary army, where they will be paid a fortune. Chris has no need of the money but becomes caught up in the excitement. They head off to the recruitment office and soon find themselves on a hell flight from Salisbury, Rhodesia, Harare, Zimbabwe, to Elizabethville, Belgian Congo, Lubumbashi, Democratic Republic of Congo. The ragtag bunch of mercenaries almost causes the airplane to crash by converging on the back of the plane to share alcohol. None of the young men are politically aware. They have no idea that they are about to enter a war zone which is a proxy for Cold War confrontation between the United States and the Soviet Union. Nor are they prepared for the lack of training, no standard uniform, ablutions consisting of a long drop, and food scarcity. Chris, with a superior education and background, yet down-to-earth manner, is soon recognized as a leader. He is made sergeant and medical officer. After several consecutive contracts, they land up in Albertville on the shores of Lake Tanganyika, 1966. Chris realizes that his whole philosophy of life is at odds with a mercenary life. They consist of rough diamonds, many of whom are ex-convicts and bullies with no sense of humanity. Despite looting being forbidden, they have no qualms in looting towns taken from the Mulali. Some even take souvenirs from those they have killed. Their treatment of the local people disturbs him greatly. By this time, Mad Mike Hoare has been succeeded by a sadistic, murderous man, a deserter from the Rhodesian army, Major John P. Boxing is a regular part of life in Baraka. A certain contingent of men resent Chris and set him up to fight against Bobby Caven, who is 17 kilograms heavier. The fight is to be rigged against Chris, but he trained for a week with the help of Tony and Dave, while Bobby and his mates drink and smoke weed. The referee allows Bobby to kick and punch below the belt. Chris, bleeding and hurt, continues to take blows but is determined. After one round, Bobby is exhausted, and Chris wins the next 2 rounds on points. The trio win 22-meter Congolese francs in bets. There are several incidents in which Chris shows his true mettle. Despite the chaos surrounding him, he continues to give his all, determined not to allow the lack of supplies and harsh environment to deter him from helping whoever needs it. When Billy Wicks detonates an anti-personnel landmine, his right leg is blown to bits. Chris realizes the leg must be amputated to save Billy's life. He asks the men to open their K-rations tin so he can use the serrated edge of the lid as a makeshift tool. In non-sterile conditions, with such an inadequate instrument, Billy dies anyway. The men never forget his calm demeanor and quick thinking under pressure. One of the missions is a trek to the summit of a mountain to neutralize the Simba Mulali clan, who are in possession of an anti-aircraft gun. The mercenaries are under orders to carry 500 rounds of ammo each, which weigh about 20 kilograms. As they climb, weighed down, gasping for breath, every man, except one, discards ammo along the way. That one man who follows orders to the letter is Chris. The captain is oblivious to the disobedience of the men, as Chris distributes his ammo amongst the rest. They rout the Simba and capture the anti-aircraft gun. After this arduous battle, it's time to unwind. A soccer match is arranged between 5 commando and the locals. Crowds of people from the nearby village come to cheer on their team, storming the pitch with every goal, dancing, clapping, and singing. Little do they know that their 17-1 victory humiliates Major John P. so badly that he decides to find a way to punish them. He commands his gunner to let loose with a machine gun, firing 500 rounds of ammunition over their heads. Jubilation turns to pandemonium. In the ensuing stampede, many are wounded. Chris is horrified at the depths to which Major John P. has sunk. He will not stop until every wounded person has been attended to and continues long into the night. With the help of a local Catholic priest, he visits the villages throughout the week to check on their healing, refusing to perform his usual duties at the camp. Back in Salisbury, after the contract ends, Chris is depressed and unhappy. The experiences he endured affect him psychologically. His money had arrived from England, but he is dispirited and directionless. Tony suggests he chases his original dream by training to become a pilot. He qualifies in no time, after which he starts flying commercially for Anglo-American. Despite this success, he still feels hurt by the estrangement from his family. He has remained in contact with his childhood friend, Josh. Together they devise a plan to help him confront his father and show him that he is worthy of love. Josh, who is also a pilot, organizes flight training for him on jet aircraft. He qualifies, and a few years later Josh persuades his and Chris's parents to holiday together in Europe, chartering the jet that Chris and Josh owned. They do not know that Chris is a co-pilot. After a few weeks of flying them from one destination to another, without the families being aware that Chris is there, they return to London. Before disembarkation, Josh asks them to wait and meet the co-pilot. Chris walks through the cockpit door,